Almost 4 years on, the operator roster keeps getting bigger and bigger, and so there are many new base combinations to keep track of. If you want some help with that, you came to the right place. Here are all the good combinations for the global servers. Some of them do get affected by your base setup, and I will include the differences between 243, 153 and 252. Starting off with the trading post combinations, we have E2 Shamare, which when paired with E2 Tequila and either E2 Baibig, E2 Kafka or E2 Paprika, offers order acquisition efficiency of about 132%. Next is J, which has different setups for both when he is at E0 and E1+. At E0, the best pairings are E2 Lapland and E2 Texas for 121% efficiency. Keep in mind that Texas will get tired faster. If you don't have either Texas or Lapland, there are other efficient pairings such as E2 Silver Ash providing 36% efficiency, E2 Bison or E2 Croissant for 34% each, and E2 Clifford for 31%. At E0, he'll be losing efficiency with every accumulated order, so you'd have to check on him a lot in order to maintain the full efficiency. For E1 plus J, you will want E2 Gnosis in the command center and E2 Silver Ash plus E2 Clifford in the trading post for the total order acquisition efficiency of 125%. The alternatives include Courier and Matterhorn for 32% efficiency each. Then there is the Penguin Logistics trio. Pairing E2 Texas and E2 Lapland yields 65% order acquisition efficiency and +4 order limit, but at the cost of Texas having significantly increased mood consumption. If you add XUCI, however, that mood consumption penalty gets removed, and on the top of that, E2 XUCI provides 35% order acquisition efficiency, making her a good option for a standalone use. Together, all three girls offer 100% order acquisition efficiency. For the factory combinations, the first major one includes Vermeil as the core. When paired with E2 Scene and E2 Palace, and when producing battle records, they achieve 106% production efficiency, though only after Scene gains 2% per hour for the total of 10% after 5 hours. Also, both Vermeil and Palace have reduced mood consumption, but Scene doesn't, so she will get tired faster. If you don't have Palace, you can use Keobe instead, as she also reaches 41% efficiency, which is on par with Palace, but similarly to Scene, she needs 5 hours to get 5% efficiency. She also has reduced mood consumption. Once again, if you like those operators, other Vermeil combinations include E2 Cement for 35%, E2 Asbestos for 33%, E1 Beanstalk for 31%, E1 Click for 30% when producing battle records at reduced mood consumption, as well as Noir Corn and Quora for 30% each. Other combinations of that nature are done with E1 Bubble. When paired with E2 Vulcan and E2 Keobe, they achieve 95% production efficiency, after Keobe gets her 5% after 5 hours. All of them have reduced mood consumption too. The alternative includes Benna that offers 31% efficiency and reduced mood consumption. Next major combination includes E2 Weedy, E1 Purestream, and E2 Passenger or E2 Windfleet in the factory, E2 Eunectes in the command center, as well as E2 Grey the Lightning Bearer and a Tired Lancet 2 in the power plants. With everyone in place, when producing gold bars, this combination provides 160% production efficiency for 243 base, and 140% production efficiency for 153 and 252 bases. If this is too much, you can put E2 Eunectes into the factory instead of Passenger or Windfleet, and not use the Tired Lancet 2 in the power plant. That combination will offer 140% production efficiency for 243 base, 120% for 153 base, and 115% for 252 base when producing gold bars. Also, you do regain the drone production efficiency that was lost by using Tired Lancet 2. We also have Kazimierz combo, which includes E2 Flametail and E2 Młynar in the command center, E2 Ashlock, E2 Wildmay and E2 Fartooth in the factory, and level 30 Justice Knight in the power plant. This results in 110% production efficiency for battle records. Technically, Młynar is not part of the combination, but Flametail's mood consumption reducing talent synergizes with his second base talent, which reduces the mood consumption of operators in trading posts, factories, power plants, reception room and office, making them the best synergy as of now. Then we have two Rhinelabs combinations. The first one includes E2 Dorothy, E2 Silence the Paradigmatic, and either E2 Ptilopsis, E2 Medic Silence, or E2 Astgen for 95% production efficiency. The second one includes E2 Dorothy and 2 more operators such as E2 Silence, E2 Ptilopsis or E2 Astgen in the factory, E2 Muelsys in the power plant, and 2 other Rhine-Labs operators somewhere in the base. Those include Meyer, Ifrit, Saria, and Magellan. This combination offers 90% production efficiency and 25% drone production efficiency, which is currently the highest in the game. Another one includes E2 Mizuki. When paired with 2 other operators with standardization talent such as E1 Vanilla, E1 Jessica, E1 Stewart, E1 Perfumer, or E1 Roberta, they will offer 90% production efficiency. Kazimierz, Dorothy, and Mizuki combinations can be mixed with Highmore, E2 Highmore, E2 Mizuki or E2 Dorothy, and E2 Wildmane in the factory, with E2 Flametail in the command center and Justice Knight in the power plant, will result in 105% production efficiency. There is one versatile combination that includes Waifu. At E2 she gets 5% efficiency for every 5% of the other operators in the same factory, topping out at 40%, so all you need are 2 other operators that will give at least 40% combined. Moving on to the command center, we have a very convenient combination of Ash, Tachanka, Frost and Blitz. Once all 4 are paired with the 5th operator like Amiya, Swire, Paprika or Calcit, they will never lose morale and in fact will slowly restore it. However, considering how many of the most efficient combinations require 1 or more operators to be in the command center, this is primarily an option for simple base maintenance. Also, if you don't have Calcit, but you are using both Lancet 2 and Justice Knight in the power plants for the Eunectes and Pinus Sylvestris combos, you can put E1 Pudding into the command center to get the same +2 efficiency to all factories as with Calcit. Next we have the big multi-facility combinations that utilize the special base resources. I made a full video explaining them, but here I'll focus on the numbers. For perception information, we have Dusk Above 12 Mood, E2 Ling and E2 Syla in the command center, E2 Whispering in the office, E2 Iris and E2 Cherny in the dormitories, E2 Rosmontis in the factory, and E2 Ebenholz in the trading post. When maxed out, Rosmontis reaches 90% production efficiency, and Ebenholz reaches 45% order acquisition efficiency. The office being at level 2, for example in some 252 setups, will reduce those values by 10% and 5% respectively. Syla is optional, as she is there to maintain the HR contacting speed in the office. If you do not refresh your recruitment tags regularly, you can skip using her for this purpose. Next we have Worldly Plight, which includes Dusk Below 12 Mood, Chon Yue, E2 Ling and E2 Syla in the command center, E2 Mulberry in the office, Nyan anywhere in the base except dormitories, and E2 Mr. Nothing in the trading post. With all of this, Mr. Nothing reaches 90% order acquisition efficiency. He is a great pairing for E2 Proviso if you are running a level 2 trading post in a 252 base setup. There is also Jaeyun with Witchcraft Crystal that at E2 can reach 36% production efficiency in the factory with this combination. Once again, if the office is at level 2, the productivity of Mr. Nothing and Jaeyun will drop by 10% and 4% respectively. Also, just like with perception information, Syla is there to maintain the HR contacting speed, so you can skip using her if you are not concerned about refreshing your recruitment tags. For the final set of combinations we have dormitories. Generally, the fastest way to recover the operator's morale is to pair them with one operator that increases recovery speed for everyone in the dormitory, and one operator that increases recovery speed for a single operator. Best ones for the former category include E2 Lumen for up to 0.4 morale recovery speed per hour when running the factory combination with Eunectes in the command center, level 30 Durin for 0.25 morale recovery speed per hour, as well as Ambriel, E2 Siege, E2 Zima and E2 Nightingale for 0.2 recovery speed per hour. For the latter category, we have Shining for 0.75 morale recovery speed per hour, E2 Syla and E2 Honeyberry for 0.7 morale recovery speed per hour, as well as Cherny, Lancet 2 level 30 and E1 Podenko for 0.65 recovery speed per hour. That should cover the important combinations. If I missed anything worth noting, let me know in the comment section below and I'll add it as a pinned message. Thank you for watching. I hope you found the video useful. I also made a guide for the best solo operators in the base, which you can check out next if you want to learn more about the base. See you next time.